With 70% of the world's population playing video games, it's easy to see that it's an entrenched part of society. In the United States, the average child spends 14 hours a week playing video games. With such a significant time invested in a virtual avatar, it leads us to question, what is perceived as reality on an individual basis? Who are we really interacting with? Theorist Corey Kidd found in his studies that human interaction with robots has been rated higher than that with animated characters. Perhaps this is why a hologram has been created. Audience members are no longer watching an animated or recreated version of Tupac on television, as they would with an avatar they may create to look similar to someone. Instead, they are interacting with something that appears more tangible.
And it's like so realistic looking. Oh my god, it's crazy. That's so weird. Does it look like a hologram?
Right there it did, like the lighting kind of, but he actually... No, this looks like a real person. But right now, he kind of does.
If you didn't know who Tupac was, would you think this was a hologram?
No. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. He's a real person.
What's interesting about the Tupac performance is that he even yelled out the name of the city that he was in. And I don't know if that was recorded before or if he ever shouted out a city like right before his rap, but he yelled out the name of the city. It wasn't like a big city either during the performance. And to see the crowd responding to that, it made them feel like it was definitely very real.
I've read that Hollywood has actually been interested in Dr. Dre, has actually been working on having his own holograms starting for tour. As a musician, it scares me because part of my job is being live and in front of people, and I really like the fact that I can have that interaction, and if this changes the whole entire touring industry, then that's going to be a little bit.
Yet, Tupac's holographic concert is not the only one to appear on stage. According to an online article by The Telegraph, Aguchi Ami is a computer-generated pop star who was created by using the body shape and facial characteristics of the 6 bandmates who are in the Japanese band AKB48. To make this hologram appear real to the audience, the bandmates have even created a profile for her on their website to give her an identity and personality. Other bands, such as the Gorillaz, have used avatars to represent band members. The band was founded with the goal of creating an extensive universe that featured a cast of virtual band members depicted as cartoons and at times in holograms in live performances. By interacting with holograms, humans are transforming social interactions. According to communication theorist Jeremy Bailenson, there are 3 dimensions to this transformation. The first dimension involves sensory abilities, which would include things like bringing the dead back to life in holographic form. The second dimension is situational context, which, in the case of holograms, represents the ability to transform the environment to match the situation. The final dimension is self-representation. This is how the avatar, in this case the hologram, is portrayed. For holograms of real people, this can be more idealistic representation of how they actually appeared, correcting blemishes and doing work that is seen on airbrushed magazines and album covers.
Brighton, will this work?
Lie mode.
Of course it'll work, sir. No worries.
BBC comedy Red Dwarf, one of the main characters is a hard light hologram, meaning that he is a projection of light that has manifested itself in a more tangible form, allowing him to interact with the environment. While this currently is fictional technology, it raises the question that is addressed a few times during the show. If we remove that last barrier, physical interactivity, does the hologram become its own being?
I think it's just like a lot of things with technology is like dependent on it and like, you know, believing that it's real when it's something that's created and not being able to distinguish that from reality, I think is just one of the issues with it. As far as like considering it having like a subconscious, I just think people can like delude themselves into thinking that, and it's not keeping people kind of rooted in reality.